looking at some posts inside our Facebook fortress, and my heart goes out to all of those that are struggling this Christmas. One especially from a brother named Dale. He's, there's probably at least a dozen. We're going to get to a couple of them, but Dale, I mean, if you're watching this, maybe you are Dale. Maybe your name is Dale, or maybe you're sitting in the apartment all alone right now, no furniture. Uh, eh, Man, I maybe you're in your childhood bedroom at your parents' house because you've lost yours. The world at this time tells you to be merry, and the circumstances are all but merry for us divorced dads, especially if this is your first Christmas alone. Uh, you're going to feel like you're dead. And I want you to, I know that feeling so very well. If the life that you knew is gone, and now this new life, the one that you knew, the wife, the kids, the Christmas tradition, the Christmas tree, unwrapping the presents, it's all been, they're gone. It's been killed. Well, I have a message for you today, a special Christmas message for you divorced dads out there. You're right. You're so right. That life is dead and is gone. Um, it hurts. It hurts a ton because you might have been displaced, or you might have been replaced even. You built a home, built a life, and now you're not welcome there anymore. And maybe you've been told there's no room for you here. Sound familiar? Yeah. Well, that phrase, no room, it cuts deep. And it does sound familiar because, yeah, the King of Kings, when he came to this earth to be born, there was no room for him, the creator of the universe, no room for him in the inn. And he didn't arrive in his chariot, he didn't arrive with a great amount of fire. He arrived as an infant in a feeder for cattle, a manger. That's that's his, and that's, man, no room for him even in the inn. And here we are thinking there's no room for us. You think about that. The Savior of the world was pushed out. He was rejected by even respectable people that owned an inn. Think about that. And he ended up in a barn. Man, that's where the animals feed. Where the cows eat their hay. He was in there. Um, that's been me. I've been there. Factory floor. In fact, this last shift, I had a young man. I call him a baby because he's 18 years old. He's a baby to me, but his fourth shift in, and this little baby is trying to keep up with the machine, and he's getting angry and crying like a little baby because he figures that he should be able to keep up like everyone else. Well, guess what? I told him. I said, look, hey, son, you're a baby. You're a factory baby. This is your first factory job. And it's going to take you time to learn how to crawl. It's going to take you time to learn how to walk. And he stopped when I told him he was a baby. Because I think he was expecting the negative thing. No, I called him a baby because he's at that stage of learning something new. Now, you divorced dads, if this is your first Christmas alone, I'm going to call you a baby right now. You're a baby with maybe no room for you in the inn. That right there, I want you to take that and think about that for a second. No room for you in the inn, just like the Savior of the world came to this earth. No room for him in the inn. His mother to the barn, to the manger, in swaddling clothes. And then the factory, the shift worker who's four shifts in and expecting to be able to keep up with the machines like everyone else and getting the frustration and the crying. You know, the factory floor now has become kind of like my manger, my rebirth. God has stripped everything away for me to become a baby again as a divorced dad. And so uh, we can't have a rebirth without like a birth canal, right? There's going to be some birthing pains. It's going to be painful. It's going to be painful to have built the life that we built over time, with the paycheck coming in and the house and the financing and the refinancing, and then to all of a sudden to have a divorce. Ooh, ouch, painful. You got to have time though. You got to have time. A newborn doesn't run the the a few hours after being born. A newborn doesn't even crawl for what, 6 months? Think of it. And then here we are as a newly divorced dad. That's first Christmas alone. We're sitting there and the silence is deafening, and we're a little baby. And yeah, it's going to hurt. The loneliness is going to hurt. It hurts me because as I look through our Facebook group, in fact, let me just go there real quick. Um, Post after post, 13 minutes ago, saying goodbye to my sons on Christmas was hard enough. My son's stepdad flips me off for the umpteenth time. That's inside our Facebook group. Uh, it's 13 minutes old and it already has 5 comments. That's the kind of group that we have. I call it the Facebook Fortress. You've got another one, 15 minutes ago, co-parenting with someone who refuses to co-parent. Uh, he says that his thriving is causing her pain, and that the Christmas together, it's all about the kids. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. Here's another one. Use the void in your heart. To all those who feel, this is the title of his post, Steve's post. To all who feel the absence of kids and family this Christmas, use the void in your heart to focus on yourself. Use the silence. Use the silence. Vincent Martinez, happy birthday. Feliz. I was going to say Feliz Navidad, but it's Navidad is also about a birth, right? So yes, happy birthday to you. Another. Here's one from James. He's struggling. A lot to be grateful for himself, the ex, presents, etc. But then he misses his kids because his kids aren't there. Ooh, ouch. Here's a simple one-liner from another James. This sucks. First Christmas alone. Now get this. This one is about 6 hours old. Reached over 1,000 folks who've pulled over 50 comments on just that. This sucks. First Christmas alone. So that's why I'm here. I'm here on this special Christmas day as a divorced dad, as one who has gone through the Christmases alone. Um, yeah, uh, it's ouchy. Okay, it's that birth. Even the new person that's here, it's a weird phase, he says, and it's feeling weird. We even do weird and wacky Wednesdays here because things feel weird to us, because I spent 24 years married, and then one day I'm married and the next I'm not. Ouch. It's a whole new birth to a new life that, yeah, ouch, ouch. And so the story of Christmas, the story of Christmas, it's not about decorations. It's not about, especially for divorced dads. You might be thinking, oh, you got to have, got to have the presents, got to have this, you have your list. Um, you got to learn how, as a newborn, if this is your first Christmas as a divorced dad, um, the newborn doesn't just get up and start running a marathon. A newborn doesn't, a newborn basically just breathes. And what can a newborn do? A human newborn is not like other animals. They get right up and can walk and can run away from predators. No, a newborn needs their mother, needs their father. Um, what about you? We're adults, right? So we can walk, we can talk, but can we think of ourselves as a newborn, as a newly divorced dad? Do we drink ourselves into oblivion because now the the silence is deafening? Do we? What do we do? What do we do with that? A baby. Oh, here, let's go with that. A baby would rely upon a parent, and so what I'm saying is, let me be your guide. And if you believe in God like I do, I didn't for a while. Oh, see, after divorce, I blamed and blamed and blamed and blamed. You don't want to be like Mike of the past and blame the ex and the courts and the judge and the lawyers and the blame everyone and take responsibility for nothing. That was me. And I left God. And I didn't want to hear a Merry Christmas. Bah humbug. What's the show? The Christmas spirit of Christmas past, the Christmas present, Christmas future, a Christmas carol. You know, that was me, bah humbug. Where I came, oh, oof. And how do you survive as a newborn? Um, Tonight, it is about survival. As your first Christmas alone, as a divorced dad, it's about survival. So here's what I would do not do. Do not text her. Do not drink yourself into oblivion. Let's not do that. Just breathe because you're going to get through. Think of yourself as a newborn divorced dad. Jesus, even Jesus, spent 30 years growing up, learning to be a carpenter of all things. Why a carpenter? Because his human dad, he had two dads, okay? His human dad was a carpenter. So he learned the trade of his father. He worked with his hands. Uh, and that's what we need to be able to do, is we need to learn how to rebuild our foundation from the rock up. Finances, we're in financial devastation right now. Child custody, holiday hell is today. But let's get our hands moving. Let's get things moving, because in that movement, you don't have to think about it. Just be inspired to move, to do something. Make it about the kids. Write a note, write a letter to your kids, and give it to them the next time you see them. You may not see them today. Make Christmas Day a special gift that you can write something to them. Don't text it. Make it handwritten. It's an idea, something that you can do. Uh, Maybe you've got a friend that they're also a divorced dad. Get with them. Have a get together tonight. Go watch. I'm sure there's it's Thursday. I haven't even checked to see if there's any games on today. Okay, I did a 12 nights of Christmas overnights to get myself out of financial devastation. Okay, that's me. That's why I sound like I do. I've slept probably almost 14 hours to this point, and now I can spend a little bit of time with my kids here. In a few minutes, we're going to have dinner, a Christmas dinner. So I do get to spend a little bit of time with Christmas with my kids before I go back to work tomorrow. That's me. I'm still in the trenches. I'm still learning how to be uh, a newly born divorced dad. Okay, um, be strong enough to help another man along the way. Another divorced dad might need help to get pulled back out of the fire, out of the pain, and that's why we're here. It's a support group, guys. Um, the story about Christmas. It's not about the decorations. It's not about buying the gifts. It's about a king of kings who came to this earth, not on his chariot, not in fire and brimstone, but he came as a newborn babe. And we celebrate the most glorious birth of all, the birth of our Savior, this Christmas. That's what I want you to realize, that Christmas is about that, about celebrating the birth of our Savior. And if you're in the manger, if there's no room for you in the inn that you built, if you're in the manger, I hope you get what I'm saying. If you're in the manger tonight, just know this: you're not alone. That's my main message. God has called me to let you know, you divorced dads, you're not alone in this. You're just not. We will get through this together. Love you guys. Those posts, if you feel so inclined, the Facebook Fortress link is right here in the bio, right here on YouTube, on the YouTube channel. If you do have Facebook, then Divorce Dad Support Group, you search that, the little symbol comes up. You'll see Divorce Dads, the symbol, the symbol. Look for the logo. That's us. Uh, about 5,000 of us brothers in a support group that helps us. Uh, with this special Christmas message from my heart to yours, I want you to know that you are loved. You are loved by God. You are loved by your kids. You're loved by me. And so if you're feeling worthless, if you're feeling like a failure, you need to look at it more like the death of a life. Like even Jesus left his heavenly home, his perfect heavenly home, and came here as an infant. In the same way, we leave our home as a divorced dad, our home of having the wife and the kids and everybody together, and we're born into a new life. So if you're feeling like you're in the manger as an infant, please, Gabriel, thank you. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. So if you're feeling like you're in that manger right now and you're leaving the old life behind, and this is your first Christmas alone, in the silence, use the silence. The silence can be painful or it can be useful. The silence could be the time that you can think of yourself as a baby, and that this pain is from being birthed into a new life as a divorced dad. And we're here to help. We're here to help you not feel so alone, because you're not alone. Love you guys. My special Christmas message to you is just Merry Christmas, and you're loved. You're loved. You all have a great rest of your day. I hope this message helps you uh, to have a little bit better Christmas than it was before you came to this live, before you came to this message. I hope that you feel the love that we have for you if you're feeling alone right now. The whole purpose of a support group is to bring our stories, to help one another. Love you guys. Uh, I've got I'm going to go be with my family here. We've got a 4 o'clock dinner in about 30 minutes, and love you guys. I'm not Canadian. I'm in the United States. Love you guys. This recording will be there. Um, Gabriel's like, we're both a couple of divorced old timers. Yes, yes. 20 years ago, divorced with grown kids. I'm even a grandfather, and so yes, Gabriel, exactly. And so we just, man, I just wanted to have this special Christmas message for you guys that are, this may be your first Christmas alone, and let's view it as a birth and not just a death, because it's both. It's both. It is the death of the old life, and there's pain there, and there's grief. I get it, but it's also it's a birth, just as our Savior did, coming from a heavenly home here and living out his life. And then, of course, Easter comes and we celebrate another part of his life. You guys, I love you. Um, thank you, Gabriel. And if you're anything like Gabriel and you're checking out what we do here, this is what I do. My goal is to come on every day and do a quick live, 3:33 p.m., because that fits my schedule of overnight shifts. I got to doing a 12 overnight, just to let you know on a little bit of story for me. 12 overnights in a row. I call them my 12 nights of Christmas. It helped me get out of my financial devastation that was going on, because even now I'm separated from my current wife and kids, and so I'm supporting two households at the same time. And so that was my way of doing those 12 overnights in a row, being told that I'm crazy. Why are you still here? Well, two things. I needed the cash and they needed a worker. So I signed, I basically signed up and said, if you need me, I'm here. And I ended up doing 12 overnights in a row. I'm paying the price for that right now. You probably hear it in my voice. I slept for, I don't know, some 14 hours. And so, yep, I'm getting back into being live. I've been reborn this Christmas Day. Love you. Merry Christmas, especially Gabriel. You lit up my world. You guys are great. We always get great comments. If you do check out the channel and like what we do here as a support group, and if you want to help with the movement, there's lots of ways to help improve and help us in our mission. I've been called, and so I think there's others of you that have been called, and feel a servant's heart. From my servant's heart to yours, Merry Christmas. May the joy of Christmas, a little bit, if you're the first, it's gonna hurt. Okay, if you're the first time that you're alone this Christmas because you're a newly born divorced dad, yeah, it's gonna hurt. Just know this: you're loved. Merry Christmas. Always hard for me to leave the live. Oh, I get so much love and passion and joy from you guys. You don't even know. Um, the doggone, I guess that's what it is. Hey and howdy. I've got to be going. The replay will be up. I will make sure that it's available as soon as possible. Love you guys. Merry Christmas to you. And I don't work tonight, so 3:33 a.m. in the morning, I'm going to be doing something post Christmas Boxing Day, as it is in Canada. We'll be talking about the day after Christmas and how it can affect us as divorced dads and even moms as well. Love you guys. You have a great rest of your Christmas. Remember, it's about the kids, not about the presents you can buy them at the store, but your presence as a dad. If they're not there on Christmas, make Christmas another day. Write a letter to your kids. Not a text. Don't do a text. A handwritten letter. That's from my heart to yours. Merry Christmas.